All right, so let me take you back. I remember I was about 20 years old working at this little old company called Harley-Davidson. And I loved this job. It was super, super fun. As a 20-year-old, trust me when I tell you, you want to be working at Harley-Davidson. It was super fun. Like, now, I remember I was the youngest guy there. And I'm selling these Harleys, and they're all these biker guys. And, like, the environment was very toxic, actually. I mean, if you think of, like, biker gang, like, these are the other salespeople. They're like, you know, and just macho men, tough guys. And I remember in training, my first, like, 2 weeks there in training, I'm 20 years old, and me and my trainer, like, get into it. And he was trying to punk me out in front of everybody else. Like, he was trying to make me, like, submit and punk me out in front of everybody. And I was just like, bro, you don't know who you're talking to. like, and he's like, let's take this outside. And this is my trainer. This is the guy supposed to be training. So we literally go outside and fist fight. That's the type of environment. And then walk back in like nothing happened. Me and him both had a black eye. That was the environment. But it was super cool, though. The motorcycles, the muscle cars, the live events. They would do live events with bands and bikini bike wash babes and all this stuff. And it was a cool environment, you know. UFC, like they sponsored the UFC. And, like, you know, it was just cool. Love that job. A lot of fun. Toxic environment, for sure. Okay, definitely toxic. You want to talk about toxic masculinity, you know, that's a buzz thing, right? Buzzword, whatever. Toxic, that's it. Okay, bunch of macho men. But anyway, so I'm there selling these motorcycles and having fun. Loved the job. Bought a motorcycle. Bought a Harley, and then one day, I remember I was there, and they had Harley-Davidson owned this company called Buell. It was a sports bike, actually. They had these Buells. And the Buell went out of business, okay? And when they went out of business, all of a sudden, these motorcycles were heavily, heavily discounted, like 50% off, 60% off. Huge. Motorcycles that were like, you know, let's say they were $15,000 was like $7,500. Like super discounted. And like the showroom was buzzing. Like people were picking these things up like crazy. I mean, they were moving fast. Let's just put it that way. I mean, when things go on sale that deep, right, it was pretty crazy. And I remember I took a deposit from a police officer who wanted this motorcycle, but his credit wasn't that great, right? He was going to finance it. And his credit wasn't that great, so he asked his sister to co-sign. And so his sister had great credit, co-signed, got approved, took the deposit, but because the paperwork had some issues, we had to send it to his sister and all this kind of stuff. It was like she wasn't here. She didn't live here. So we had to ship it to her and overnight it and all that kind of stuff. And she had to sign it. Well, it came back with some issues. She didn't sign it right. Something happened there. I don't remember exactly, but the owner decides not to sell him this bike. Says that it's just too much trouble, too much of a pain in the butt, and says, we're not selling him this bike. Tell him he can pick up his deposit. And this police officer, he was like crushed. Like I remember my phone was blowing up. Call after call after call after text after text after text after text. The guy was like begging. He's like, you can't do this. Like I put down a deposit. Like this is, you know, he's freaking out. And he's like basically begging me to speak with management. Like not that I speak with management, but that he could speak with management. He's like, I just need to talk to him. Let me talk to him. Like, can I talk to him? And I mean, again, he's calling my phone over and over and over and over and over. So I was like trying to get them to speak with him. I'm like, dude, this guy's like, first of all, I was disappointed because I'm losing a sale, number one, because the owner just decided to do that. But, they're not my motorcycles. What am I going to do about it, right? And so I'm like, but guys, you got to talk to him. Like, he's going to come up here. He's got to pick up his deposit, right? He's going to come up here.